Hello YouTube, welcome to EverGreenCoin community meeting and hangout for Saturday, August 5th, 2017. Let's see, and on the call today, we have Joseph, Bo joining us, Mike in the United States here, and myself, Steven Saxton. And let's see, we can go ahead and get started. I guess I can talk about the price real quick. So let me share screens and I'll look at a market, Bittrex real quick. Obviously a hot topic, or always rather a hot topic. Last I checked we were up a bit. Yeah, so back over 4,000 Satoshi, good. 14 cents USD, so that's good, that's looking good. That's a surprise to me. Last I checked we were up to 13 cents, so that's cool. Heading in the right direction. And like I mentioned last week, I think a lot of the price decline over the last couple of weeks had been from the Bitcoin Cash giveaway, or whatever you want to call it, the hard fork of Bitcoin. And I think we're seeing some of that money coming back into EverGreenCoin after people have sold probably a lot of their altcoins so they could have more Bitcoin. So when the hard fork happened on August 1st, 4 days ago, when that hard fork happened, they could claim more Bitcoin Cash. And I guess you can't blame anyone for doing that, of course. But of the Bitcoin Cash, I've sold some of mine already and been able to reinvest that into EverGreenCoin. So, okay, there's that. Things are looking good on the price front, and I do expect them to continue that trend. Let's see what else. Oh, Bo. Joseph and I were talking about seed packets prior to the recording starting. He has some ideas that he'd like to, he has some ideas for selling seed packets in urban areas, possibly bundling that with a Raspberry Pi type device. So maybe, I mean, ultimately maybe that could be solar stakers could be in that mix, but I'm not sure if, well, we'll have to see how that develops and see what we can do with that. And I did show him your fertilized seed packet idea that you have going. So maybe we have maybe those two ideas can merge at some point or something. But be that as it may, Joseph's shared a lot of pictures from his cleanup efforts for his urban garden. That's seems like he's been working pretty diligently on that. Seems like every day there's some new update about it, so that's awesome. Of course, EverGreenCoin's very proud to be helping him with that, and hopefully we can see that spread into different areas. Like Joe and I were talking prior to starting the recording, you know, it's uplifting for people just to walk by a garden. Joseph specifically is in a pretty bad urban area, some crime and things like that, that an urban garden might be a little sanctuary for people away from all of that. So that's really a beautiful thing, and really EverGreenCoin's really proud to be helping with that, and look forward to helping him more and helping hopefully other people in other areas. He's in Kansas City, Missouri. Let's see. Choose Today has been tweeting. There's been no direct communication as far as them accepting EverGreenCoin for the CO2 credits, but that is the ultimate goal. Um, and I'll try to stir more conversation with them about that, because that's been in recent discussions. So, okay, what else can I talk about with you guys real quick here? Bo, how's things going with the Ever Gold claim? Any new updates or?
I've been doing a lot of research on it.
Uh,
I found the Gold Prospectors Association of America, and they kind of run something similar to us, except it's about $5,000, and it is pretty horrible design. But I'm going to take some stuff from them and basically just our layout as far as what you get type stuff, just so it's easier for the people to understand.
okay, awesome, awesome. Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah.
another thing up for people that are actually claim shareholders. Something I thought about that might be an issue in the future is, I mean, if ever if EverGreenCoin goes to $1, and if you own 6,000, or if you own one share at 6,000, maybe it might be a good idea to allow those people to split them so other people can get in. But I think that's something we can talk about further down the line.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I hope the community realizes there's a lot of things, a lot of T's and a lot of I's to dot on, specifically on Bo and Bo's father's side, in regard to ownership of these gold claims. So there is, I apologize if there seems to be some confusion, but we are just doing our best to try to sort that out. I see we have someone joining here. We have Mr. Pawan. Hi, Mr. Pawan. Thanks for joining. I see you've joined the group chat. Awesome. Um, I don't recognize your name, so I'm assuming you might be new. Uh, if you have any issue with your with the Hangout or your software or your microphone or speakers, um, please don't hesitate to say something. We'll help you get that sorted. Or if you're just here to observe, that's perfectly fine as well. But if you need some help with something, don't hesitate to shout.
I have one other thing. I'm not sure if everyone here is familiar with the toad sanctuary that we have on the website. It's the Buco alvarius is the name of the toad. And I've been in contact with her name's Cat Alvarius, which is not a real last name, but I have property in Arizona with toads on it. So she actually went out there, and she's gonna be visiting it often. So we'll see if that's something we can incorporate with EverGreenCoin itself. I mean, because it is property itself as well as 11 acres.
Yeah, yeah. Kat's been around the community for many months now. She seems to float in and out. I'm traveling. I'm not sure, but Evergreen Coin's proud to help her toad sanctuary and has so for a long time here. She was one of the first to be added to the directory on the website. But yeah, we're happy to help her anyway. So that's awesome. Glad she's still in contact. Let's see, and
Oh,
Mike, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm not sure who that was. Sound like someone was interjecting, or someone was trying to speak in.
I was gonna say something, but I was gonna give you a moment there to finish
Oh
what
no,
you
go
were
ahead.
saying because you
Go ahead,
started.
please. Go ahead, please. I'm
Um,
I'm glad to not talk.
no,
Go
it's all
ahead.
good. No, I was just gonna mention soon. I need to also see about getting a vendor approval if it's possible. I don't know what the process of that is,
Hmm.
but I imagine within the next few months we'll be uh, trying to package up a couple of seeds from here that we can move out for like seed packs and stuff. Maybe get them out to some of you guys, let you distribute if you want to. Bo, I believe you're working on the seed packets and stuff. So uh, as well, like we could list them for $1 worth of evergreen coin. We ship free. So
Yeah, 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 and I can help. I can distribute them. I'm able to do shipping a little bit cheaper than what the average person might do. So maybe and that's why I have all the T-shirts and things to distribute because I can get them shipped uh a little bit easier financially. I mean, financially easier. So okay, yeah.
As
So
far as seeds, there was some stuff we talked about before was starting a seed exchange. But I mean, it's got more. We have an urban gardener now, and I mean, well, everyone gardens here pretty much. So
right.
that might be something that we can start looking into.
Yeah.
for
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we kind of start thinking about after I talked to you guys a couple weeks ago. We don't really want to use the main property here to just always do business. We want it to be something that's kind of people can hang out. I mean, we'll still take seeds and use this to build the gardens on other property and stuff. It's just otherwise very just kind of to ourselves people when we're at home. So we're thinking maybe take the garden here and use it to create seeds and clones and get out to these other gardens in the area.
Oh
And
yeah. Sure.
also, we could incorporate something like I was telling him earlier through EverGreenCoin, where if someone wants to start their own urban garden or farm, even just little packs, like maybe a box that comes with a seed pack, uh, and
Yeah.
like maybe one of the Raspberry Pis that could get them started, like they can host their own wallet, things like that.
Mhm.
Uh, Slowly just get the whole area moving forward technologically. And also, I believe the Raspberry Pis, they have pretty much most of your functionality of a computer. So, I mean, you can still surf the net, stay informed, things like that.
Right.
And that's a very important thing. I notice a lot of people in areas like this, a lot of times they'll come to me, they'll start talking to me, and they're very uninformed about things. And I'm like, you can look this stuff up. And they're like, yeah, but I can't afford a computer, even a
Right.
used one. So,
Right, right, yeah, right. Which with which I'm completely for, helping people out, getting information. But obviously the Raspberry Pi is going to need some internet connectivity to do any of these things too. So,
correct. I am working out the aspects of that. But a lot of people around here, for example, our neighbors and us, we share internet.
sure,
A lot
sure,
of people around here do that aspect
sure,
as well.
sure.
We would probably start around even in the local area right around us that could share connection through the Pi through a sort of program I'm working on for
Uh huh.
that.
Uh
So
huh. Uh huh. Yeah, yeah. And I had been, I did previously look at cellular SIM cards and whatnot to be added to the solar staker to try to eliminate this hurdle of internet connectivity for the solar staker as well. Uh, but unfortunately, that was a very costly idea, more than doubling the price or the target price. Uh, so I'm
mm,
not ruling it out by any means, but I think it was Sim Pop or something like that, or Cellular Pop or something, or Freedom Pop. I believe it was Freedom Pop was a company that advertised some SIM cards for some very low price. But unfortunately, when I looked into it, um, there was all kinds of hidden fees that. Uh, I mean, I'm not saying it's put out of reach by any means. It's not. Uh, but we are considering that, and it would be awesome if we could uh, do something like that and remove the hurdles of internet connectivity, or specifically for the solar staker, making it easier that it would be attached to the internet on its own rather than needing to connect to one's Wi-Fi.
But one of the first ideas I was looking at was based on the land bank that we discussed last time, possibly obtaining a property once we get the initial setup here and generate some funds coming in through like maybe selling some seeds or clones and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Slowly build up a fund to buy out the first, say, like for example, the dollar properties they have. Buy it, fix it up, turn it into a whole urban farm. Get people maybe hired in, or find a candidate that we could release it to under some sort of contract or something. Just make sure that they keep it up, something like that.
Right, and that's before the recording.
Whatever we could do to get the ball rolling to produce more funds into that system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
And at the same,
before the recording started.
oh, sorry.
Thank you.
There's a little bit of a delay. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Before the recording started, and for the sake of the recording, I'd like to reiterate. I was offering to Joseph that we could pay in EverGreenCoin kids in the area that if he needs help cleaning some of these lots up, we can hire. We can make a crowd fund to collect some funding, or the foundation can step in to pay them. And I just want to reiterate that for the sake of the recording, and extend that offer to everyone else who might be watching the recording. This isn't an offer just for Joe. Obviously, we'd love to help anyone else that wants to do something like this too. So, just for the sake of the recording, I had to repeat that, Joseph.
Oh no, I'm glad you brought it up, because I was thinking, that'd be great. Like, there's always kids coming around. I mean, like I said, we haven't really been.
Yeah, but I could, if Evergreen Coin can help any of these urban gardens, yours or new ones or pre-existing ones or whatever, we're very happy to do so. So anyone watching the recording, if you got something else, an idea of your own for your area, by all means, please reach out to us. We'd love to help you. I'm trying to catch up on the group chat here.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got disconnected on that last one there. I was saying I think it would be great for like a summer jobs program though, for the kids to do come around.
Certainly. Yeah.
Even with climate change, maybe in a winter's job program. So
yeah, and I mean, maybe it's not employment. Maybe it's just an odd job of helping,
right,
remove garbage from lots, or But yeah, in any degree, we'd love to help.
right. Nothing permanent, but something like, as there's a lot of kids around here who have a lot of get up and go. I've noticed. So the younger population here has a lot of drive, so.
Yeah, and give them something positive to be doing, and pay them in EverGreenCoin as a lesson in, economics, technology, So I mean, in many ways, it could help some of this youth, especially in urban areas that might need all the help they can get. So yeah, Bo shared a link for the Toad Sanctuary, which, for the sake of the recording, maybe I should go ahead and share screens and show that real quick.
I'm Tom Mendola. I'm here where I live. On this land we call Sacred Earth Neighborhood Association. And in Sacred Earth Neighborhood Association, there's Terrasante, a living laboratory for sustainability community. There's Harmony and Health Foundation doing sustainable community projects. There's Cocopelli Gardens growing moringa and distributing moringa seeds. And there's maybe a new kid on the block in the form of Cat Alvarius, and a sanctuary for toad.
My name is Kat Alfarius, and
here's
we're at
Kat.
the future home of the Toad Sanctuary, also known as the Bufo Alfarius Ranch, or the Sanctuary of the Light Toad.
And Cat Alvarius is talking about beginning a sanctuary here as part of this Sacred Earth Neighborhood Association on 7 acres of land over there that borders, some beautiful desert geography in some ways, where there are already many toads living.
This is like a huge first step. This is a 7-acre piece of land where the toads are running wild. It floods pretty well during the monsoon season, so those guys are definitely helping.
Okay, I had to pause that. I imagine you guys can't hear that. It's very faint, so I apologize. But I will put a link to that video in the description below. So yeah, we've been helping Kat for a little bit, or doing our best to try to help her, and her toad sanctuary out there in Arizona. So that's awesome. But I'll share that link in the description of this recording down below. I'm just catching up on. Yeah, Chicago. It will be DC, yes. Or that is our plan as of now, anyway. DC, yes. The prototype units that we're running, or specifically the ones I'm running, they're all DC, yes. On that note, I did start a second one, so now I'm trying to run 2 of the solar staker prototypes. They're not production, but hopefully they'll be what we're making soon here. Yeah, Mike knows a place with lots of sunshine. Is that Arizona? Oh, eminent domain. Yeah, I've been to Arizona. I love it. I mean, I absolutely love the sunshine, and I mean, it's hot. Don't get me wrong, but it's not humid, so that's an advantage you do have. Let's see, and Mr. Pawan. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. He looks like he rejoined. I'm not sure if he's having any difficulties or if he's just observing, but be that as it may. Mr. Pawan, if you have any difficulties, you need some help, don't hesitate to ask for it or anything. Glad to help you if your equipment's not working as you expect. Okay, so yeah, and as I just mentioned, I do have 2 of these solar stakers running now, but one's down because I shorted out the voltage regulator, so I gotta change that today and bring the second one back on, but doing my best with that. Okay, let's see. What else can we talk about? Oh, yeah. What I guess, envisioning Chicago is very short. Uh, very short cables. In fact, it would be nice if it was all one unit with essentially no external cables. So essentially, the computer in our current plan, the computer is basically underneath the solar panels or packaged with the battery in some enclosure. The current setup I have has the computer inside the battery case. Not the case of the battery is in an enclosure that keeps it protected from weather. Inside that, I have the chip running. Yes. There is the issue of someone walking away with right. Um, there's a concern about someone stealing something out of your yard yeah, and I do realize that might be a big issue for, well, it should be a concern, I guess, of everyone, but um, we had hoped, or we do hope, that these devices may be able to run from behind some panes of glass and still get enough solar energy to power them so that you could run it inside. Um, if it has a requirement to be outside where it can get more sun. Obviously, there's a lot of people that live in apartments and things like that that don't have that option, and a lot of people that can't leave equipment like this out in their front yard. I think, but if that's your concern, you probably shouldn't be leaving solar panels out in your front yard also, or in your garden or whatnot. So, but yeah, it is a concern. Um, oh, we lost someone. Oh, Joseph. Joseph might be back. He had some issues with his phone earlier, so he might be coming back. Oh, now they're dropping like flies. Not Bozov too. He might be having an issue with his too. I'm not sure. Right. Yeah. Yeah. There is a concern there as far as um. Okay, so to follow through with your thought, Chicago. so I guess I'm just so I'm understanding what you're suggesting. The solar panels, probably, maybe, perhaps the battery itself sitting outside, and the computer device is inside the house. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, um, see, then people got to run a cable and through a window or something, or through a front door. Right. Right. I see what you're saying. Yes. But I do want to clarify. This is not. We're not trying to make money so much off this. I mean, of course, we want to sell these at cost. We're not trying to make something that we make a killing off of or anything. We just want to cover the cost. That's the only goal. But yes, that is an idea. But I guess my thought is, how are people gonna run that cable out their window or something? So that might be a right. Yeah. Yeah, that always has been a concern. It's always been a valid concern. Right. Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure what the exact answer to this is. I mean, obviously, yeah, you want to buy a new DVD player and set it out in your front yard. Yeah. Yeah, I think I mean, obviously, yes, Chicago, we want to try to give some solution to this, but I'm not sure exactly what that could be, other than running some cable through your front door to solar panels. But if you're worried about your paperboy stealing your electronic device in your front yard, the batteries, I mean, the batteries might be the most expensive component uh, in use. Um, and then the solar panels. So, but yeah, someone with, $75,000 worth of evergreen coins sitting in their front yard, uh, that's going to be a problem. But this is a concern, yes. I mean, it is a very valid concern, and it has been since the conception of this solar staker idea. So we're going to sell pit bulls or something to yeah, if you have, yeah, again, I'm not sure what the answer could be to this. If you can't put things in your yard without neighbors stealing them, then yeah, then you probably don't want to put things in your front yard that neighbors can steal or paper boys could steal. We can't bundle in a home security system with a solar stake or anything like that. . I mean, and first off, they would have to know that it's something worthy of, I guess, stealing, you know. Yeah, you can chain it down, chain it to your porch. So we'll sell a chain with it, and a padlock. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure the answer to this, Chicago. I mean, obviously, I'm more than open to any suggestions, but if you can't put something outside and worry, that's not that's kind of out of our control. If you can't, yeah, and but you know, and obviously, some people wanting to use this might not have a patio, might not have a front porch, might not even necessarily have a home, might be in an apartment and things. So, um, there is, I guess the option of only put the device outside when you're during daylight hours or something, when you're comfortable with someone not stealing something from your front yard. But I'm not sure how much of responsibility EverGreenCoin should take for. Yes, but I understand what you're saying, Chicago, and what you're saying does make sense. But someone's going to steal your solar panels too. Someone's going to steal your battery. If that's the environment, you know. Right, but you're right. That at least they wouldn't be getting off with your EverGreenCoin. Right. Yes. Well, they're probably stealing it to take it to a pawn shop, I would guess. Or maybe their child's toys need some new batteries. Yeah. And the current battery I'm using, the 12-volt batteries I'm using, they are the same as what you would find in an ATV, and you can be sure that thieves are interested in ATVs, and they probably might recognize that battery. But it is an enclosure. The current setup I'm using for both of them, I have them both in enclosures. In fact, I should have brought one to show you guys because it's a pretty clean setup. But yes, there is a. I'm not trying to get away from this topic, Chicago. Sorry. Uh, but I guess maybe your best thought right now is a cable, 150 feet or whatever it might need to be. That yeah. See, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but and I'm not disagreeing with it at all, really. But if there's one unit, obviously, you know, we're trying to make something that is easier for people that couldn't do this themselves, you know, for them to buy something and set up. So we're with that in mind, it would be nice if it was one unit, and then you could take that one unit and put it in some sunshine, however, whatever, if that's your front yard or if that's a window or if that's in the park, whatever, and leave it stake. And then before nightfall or whatever, uh, bring it inside. It would only necessarily need to stake, you know, for a few hours a month, and should be sufficient to get the 7%. And as you found in your experiments, might not even need to be once a month. But I think that's just to guarantee the 7%. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what I mean, I'm definitely open to suggestions from, anyone in the community, anyone watching the YouTube recording. If anyone has any suggestions, uh obviously we're open to those. But I guess I keep on getting hung up on how are you going to run this cable to the thing? Through you're going to tear a hole in your screen on your window to run a cable through? I doubt that. And I'm not trying to play devil's advocate or nothing, neither, Chicago. I mean, this is a sincere question. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there's these things that have to be thought about. My best conclusion I've come up with yet is one contained unit, uh, which makes it, less cable. I am trying to make this cost effective, make it, not necessarily cheap, but I am trying to keep the cost down as much as possible. I mentioned a target price of $100 to the community originally, and I'm doing my best to obviously to try to do that. If it needs to be higher, it needs to be higher, but uh, obviously, I want people, say you have $200 that you're willing to spend, that second $100 could be more evergreen coin uh, sitting on your device staking, which I do plan on selling evergreen coin uh, at the point of sale. So when you purchase or order, rather, probably is going to be the better word, a solar staker, um, you can order it with a set amount. You can order it with 100 EGC or 5,000 EGC, and hopefully I can sell those at a discount compared to the market, 10% discount or something, uh, with help from the foundation coins to do so. So you're incentivized to buy more. But you're absolutely right, Chicago. You don't want to put those in the position where they could be stolen from you. Okay, so Mike, is your camera working today? Must not be, I take it. Yeah, yeah. I didn't shave neither. Sorry, I apologize. Yeah. And on that note, I'm turning my camera off. Oh, so Joseph never came back. I wonder what his. But he had an issue with his phone. He was actually having to use a different phone. So, but again, he's doing a lot of work with his urban farm there, in Kansas City, Missouri. And of course, I'm gonna make the community as aware of that progress as it goes. Let's see. Okay, so I mean, as everyone can assume, the Bitcoin Talk signature campaign, that's on hold for right now, obviously. Uh, a Twitter campaign. I'll be making a new Twitter campaign for this week, a new Twitter list, rather. Sorry, for this week. I'll be making that today. I have a lot of. I think I mentioned before the recording. I lost a lot of my work that I did yesterday on the website when I had to revert to a backup last night at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I have to I'm gonna redo all that shortly after today's meeting. Uh, let's see. What else can we talk about, Bo? You got any ideas? Or if anyone else has any, concerns or questions or comments about anything going on? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, right. Yeah, I just recently, last week, started a Facebook page for EverGreenCoin Gardens and for EverGreenCoin Water. So all the branches do have their own Facebook page. So please give them a like. uh, and I guess what the idea is, all of these branches, and I do have a Facebook page for Evergreen Coin cryptocurrency and evergreencoin.org. I also do have those two. So basically view those two as foundation, uh, and then the other four as the branches. And so pertinent information or um, relative information, for example, to the cannabis industry, would be put on the cannabis page. If there was something relevant to the entire Evergreen Coin community, what we're going to try to do is, post that, for example, on the Evergreen Coin cannabis page, and then share that into the group. So if you're not looking to go and like 6 or 7 different groups or pages, which I wish you would, but if you don't want to, the group is the one. I guess let's call it one-stop shopping for your Evergreen Coin Facebook needs, right? And I'll link that in the description also uh, of the recording here. Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, I do realize, 6 or 7 Facebook pages. Some people might be saying, "Wow, that's a lot," but trying to give some structure, some organization. In this way, if you're just concerned about Evergreen Coin Gardens and information relevant to gardens, you could go to the Evergreen Coin Gardens page and have all that information uh, there, and not have information about Evergreen Coin Water branch. But and all this information is available on evergreencoin.org. And you don't necessarily need to join Facebook. You don't need to be in this Facebook group, because all that information, I do reiterate, on evergreencoin.org. But again, I'll put links in the description. Oh, right, the T-shirt. Thank you, Bill. Yes, we have this T-shirt competition going on. I haven't. There was one artist that started with many, or started with a few uh, entries. Let's call them. He was gonna make some more, and Tiger Joe was a friend. It's a friend of Tiger Joe's. Um, and I haven't heard from him. Yeah. Yeah, so we have this t-shirt design competition. So if you feel you have the artistic skills or anything to design um, artwork to be used for a new EverGreenCoin t-shirt, um, please please feel free to do so. Yeah, we have this we have it scheduled for next to pick the winning design next Saturday at next community meeting. Um, at that time, we'll have to see how many submissions we have because at this right now, I believe we have art from only 2 different people, and I'd like to get
Yeah.
more involved. There was people that oh, someone has joined here. Let's see who we got here. Hello, thanks for joining. Surendra, I believe. Sorry, I can't pronounce that properly. But thanks for joining. And Surrenda, if you have any problems or you're trying to get your hardware working, don't hesitate to say something. We'll help you out if you're trying to get a camera working or anything, or your microphone or whatever. Uh, or if you're just observing, that's perfectly fine as well. Um, so yeah, Bo, you're absolutely right. We have this design competition going on. Um, if I had to guess right now, I'd say we're probably gonna have to extend it again, unless we get some more submissions. Um, and at that rate, if I need to start looking at paying an artist to design something, I guess well, we'll see what happens between now and next week. But if we can't get sufficient community members or artists interested in entering, once again, you do win a free shirt that I'll mail to you of your design, and you win 1,000 Evergreen coin. So that's uh, about 150 bucks by today's market value. So I think I would think that artists would find that as a very attractive prize, if you'll call it, for their time. But if that's not the case, yeah, thank you, Bo. Thank you for sharing the link. Um, if that's not the case, then I'll have to look at paying an artist to do a design. Or another option is we just do the Earth Day everyday design. We just order some more of those shirts. And to reiterate why we're even doing this, we do have stock on the Evergreen Coin Cannabis shirts. We have given some away in promotional efforts, but we want to give an option to people that may not care to or be able to wear a T-shirt that has a marijuana leaf on it. So, and we don't want people to feel that that's necessarily a prerequisite to joining Evergreen Coin or its community, because it's certainly not. We have community members on all sides of that spectrum on that topic. but all of them do see the medicinal benefits. That's all. I'm not sure I follow you, Mike. But be that as it may, seems like you got an army joke going there with Bo or something. Maybe. No, Bo shaking his head. He doesn't understand neither. Old timers. Well, friend, I'm kind of an old timer myself. I'm getting up there myself, so. But I guess it's all relative, right? Um. Right. Well, we don't want to go from.
Hello,
Hello. Hi.
how are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Fine, fine, fine.
Good. Glad to hear that.
You got it me. You forgot me.
I forwarded you.
My name is. I am already one meeting attend for you.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome back.
Yes, yes. My name is Gyan Rathod.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do recognize the
From
face. I do recognize the face. Yeah.
Gallo, this is my friend from India.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat, please? No, we have. If there's any question you guys have, please feel free. Please feel free to ask them or anything. There's no real structure or anything, I mean, in that regard. So just speak up if you have a comment or anything to say about EverGreenCoin or any of recent developments or anything.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, you come in India and our the big community and one big meeting from India.
Okay, well, I don't have the money to really come to India myself. I would love to visit India. The architecture there amazes me. Um, but yes, if I do, well, I'll definitely have a community meeting from India. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. Okay, so in the group chat, they're talking about toads.
Uh, January 280, you come in India, okay?
I would love to visit India some at some point. Yes, and that would be great if or whenever Green Coin gets very valuable. I would love to visit. Definitely. No, I don't believe we're being trolled at all. No, I don't believe so. Okay, I think someone's got me on. Surrender. There's a lot of background
Yes,
noise. There's a lot of background noise. So if you're not speaking, please put it on mute because that was getting very loud. But if you have something to say, then obviously, of course, please unmute. But there was just a lot of background noise. We couldn't hear anything else. So I've got some messages coming privately that I think there was some confusion on which Hangout to join. But they're here now, so. Yeah, I've never been anywhere close to India, but I've seen lots of
Hello.
pictures. I mean, I've seen lots of pictures, and I know it's very rich in culture. Uh, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing to do an EverGreenCoin world tour or something.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, maybe are we being trolled? Now I'm starting to wonder. Okay. Well, if you guys have nothing to nothing to say, but I seen Surrendra, and then once again, sorry, I know I got to be mispronouncing that, but I apologize. I see you've unmuted your mic. If you have anything to say, please feel free. You're more than welcome to.
Hello, Gansar.
yes sir, बताइए.
Okay, so and there's obviously might be some large language barriers here, so.
कुछ समझ में आया?
Okay. Okay. So let's see, what else can we what haven't we touched on that needs addressed, guys? As you know, we had to make a new Bitcoin Talk thread. That seems to be going along well. Although I don't like being on page number 2 when we should be on page 214, but again, that's due to EverGreenCoin unknowingly violating a rule of Bitcoin Talk. And once again, very fortunate that the moderator did not delete the first original thread. So I am happy about that, of course. And I'll put the link to that in the description as well. We did redesign. We did spend a lot of time redesigning and reorganizing the announcement thread. I am very happy with how it looks. I hope everyone else is too. Of course, if anyone has any suggestions, I'm always open to them. Oh, thank you, Chicago. Yes, yeah, there was a lot of effort went into it, so I'm very happy to hear anyone. Thanks, awesome, yeah. So in true YouTuber fashion, link in the description below. I'm very new to YouTube, so doing my best with it. Yeah, click like. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. And what do they say? If you want to give me a thumbs down, please make a comment on how I can make it better, uh, or something. I believe they say too. Okay, so let's see how much. Let's see, we're about an hour into the recording, I believe, ish. I try to keep things around an hour. Of course, we can go longer if need be. Of course. Yeah, 10 million like or 10 million views. We get like 20 or something. I think 20. I'd be happy to with 20. I think 5 likes is might be the record for the community meetings. So, but we're getting there. I'll have to get one of them Patreon links or whatever they're always talking about too. But of course, right, yeah, that was just, yeah, I'm only joking. We're not trying to, the community meeting is to meet with the community. No other, uh, agenda of making income or anything like that, of course. It's not the idea. We're not going to monetize our YouTube channel or blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I think Patreon is just a way to donate. To my understanding, I could be wrong. They might have advertising in there too as well. I'm not sure, but to my understanding, it was just a way of donating uh, to one's YouTube channel. Oh, sure. Go ahead, Chicago. Hmm. Yeah, the Bitcoin Cash. Um, I didn't hold any Ethereum at that time, so I'm not so much concerned, but uh, I think it's really thin ice we're stepping on here with maintaining multiple chains of coins. I really wish that it hadn't happened, but of course I do like the fact that I did get a few $100 for free with my Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, I am holding basically 1/3. I sold at market value as fast as I could get it transferred, which took over a day, because the blocks are so slow. I sold 1/3 and then sold 1/3 at a higher price. The market did meet that higher price while I slept last night, and then I'm holding 1/3. Yeah, I know a lot of people sold theirs. I think Frosty got something like .4 for his, so he did very well. I mean, he sold at a very good, given what's happened so far anyway. But I mean, you can think about many reasons why you could hold that. I mean, essentially it is Bitcoin with a greatly depleted supply, because you can be sure. I mean, I wouldn't guess how many got actually converted or redeemed or whatever they call it. Um, no, so apparently some things are free, because the Bitcoin Cash was free. I'm joking. Obviously you needed Bitcoin, so you needed Bitcoin at the hard fork on August 1st. So yeah, that was not free, but it was for many a very welcome bonus for sure. Yeah, there's SegWit 2x. Yeah, but with all that hubbub or whatever going on, Bitcoin's over $3,000, $3,200 I think today. So, oh really?
Hello.
Hi, hello,
Yes, sir. Digi Bitcoin now. Hello.
hello.
Yes, yes. EasyC and DigiByte both are good coin.
Well, thank you. Yes. Yeah, we're looking to leverage this amazing technology of cryptocurrency to do some amazing things for our environment, for the people that live in it, and while doing so, making handsome profits.
Yes, yes. My team is Spot BZB, this EGC and XLM STR.
Oh,
Three
oh,
coin
okay.
is big up soon.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it. Yes, I hear people talking about $5,000 and things. Yeah.
It's just three coin you buy and hold now.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good time to buy. EGC, DGB, XLM, STR.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a good time to be buying EverGreenCoin. I can tell you that for sure. Oh yeah, and McAfee. Yeah. Uh, well, I'm not gonna repeat what was he the one that made the comment about? Yeah, I'm not. I don't even want to repeat it. Yeah. Right. For the sake of the recording, I'm not even going there. I'm not sure how much I. Wait, what? Let's see. So, so John McAfee seems to think Bitcoin's going to 5,000, and he's made some uh, promises that I don't care to even see come true. To be honest with you, or even I don't know. I don't know. John McAfee's. I'm not sure how much I. Well, yeah, John McAfee of McAfee Antivirus. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a reputation for promises and things that. But I'm not, by no means am I gonna uh, say anything negative about him one of the most powerful people in the world here, one of the most rich people or whatever. So I'll save that for private conversations. Oh yeah, he's been involved in a lot of shady things. Thank you, Chicago. And I'll go ahead and share screens on this lovely tweet that John McAfee. Yep, yep. Oh wait, so it's okay. I'm sorry. So I was saying 5,000. No, it's 500,000 within 3 years. But anyway, I don't care about the promise or to see the results of the promise or that. So speaking of buying EverGreenCoin, we're on. It looks like we're on it right now. Right now, buy low, sell high, or buy low and just hold. Yes, hold. Yeah. Yeah, I think anyone can see the potential we have here with EverGreenCoin. We have proven we're not going anywhere. We've proven we're not a scam. I could not emphasize to someone strong enough of what potential is there for very, very large profits. So, and I'm not making promises or anything like that. So, but common sense here. Okay, and Sandra has dropped off the call. Okay, so on that note, yeah, right. Well, how did we get here? How did we get here? Uh, okay, so I guess on that note, if there's nothing else, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording here. Um, thanks everyone for joining. Thanks everyone for participating. You know, we have this every Saturday, 1700 GMT, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can come hang out every Saturday with us. Of course, you know, I'm always available if anyone needs anything. In the meantime, oh, sure, Mike, please, go ahead. I hope it doesn't involve John McAfee. The golf hole sponsorship. Okay. Oh, okay. So are you? Okay, I'm not familiar with this. So, but let's see. Mike has a blog. Uh, I can link that in the description below. Also, I'll add it to my list of things I need to add to the description below. Who died? Wait. Oh wow. Okay. So you're sponsoring Oh, okay, awesome. Avon, Ohio. So awesome. So that's obviously my state. Or for those that don't know, I'm in Ohio. Oh, $75 for a whole. Oh wow. Yes, yeah. We could swing that. EverGreenCoin could swing that. Sure. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, man. I'm not. I mean, I'm not a big golfer myself. I mean, I've golfed a few times, and it's fun to smack that little white ball into orbit, but I'm not sure what. Yeah, I mean, EverGreenCoin would definitely be interested. It's all about the people. Right, right. Okay, yeah, Mike. I'll definitely check out your blog there and for more information on this. Sure, Mike. Take your time, please. Okay, okay. Yeah, definitely, Mike. Yeah, EverGreenCoin might sponsor a hole too. That'd be great. I wonder what kind of exposure it will get, you know. But I realize it's to help fundraise, so obviously that's not the only exposure is not the only motive, I'm saying. Okay, thank you, Mike. Yeah, thank you for letting us know about that. And Chicago's asking the CWI rebuild. He had, I believe it was a typhoon in Australia. Oh, I'm sorry. So you're asking about that. Well, he's doing his best. I know he's having a lot of problems with the insurance company, as which is always the case if anyone's ever dealt with an insurance company, especially for a natural disaster like that. Uh, but let's see. Yeah, he was contacting me last night. I had to fix a coin. It was sweepstakes coin. It was had some errors that I fixed for them. I'm not sure if he's looking to bring sweepstake coin in, or I would guess he's looking to bring this coin into the Chainworks Industries umbrella. Yeah, yeah, but I think he did lose a lot of equipment. He has started buying new GPUs, NVIDIA TI 1080 or 1080 Ti's rather, I believe they are. Uh, he does use mostly NVIDIA, if not exclusively NVIDIA, for his mining. Um, let's see, what else can I say about that? It seems all the infrastructure is back in place. You know, there's no. I mean, obviously I'm concerned about its direct relation to EverGreenCoin. Uh, all those seed nodes are in operation. So yeah, you know, basically he provides us with these 25 seed nodes, and I help his other coins that he's working on. There's many, and he's set up uh, different ranks for coins. I guess he's got so there's CWI, I think supported coins, and then partner coins, and then there's something below that, which I can't remember off the top of my head, but Evergreen Coin is a partner coin. So basically we get these 25 seed nodes, and I don't have to. There's the big financial advantage there. 25 less bills for me is an awesome thing. So of course, works out. It does work out uh, to help Evergreen Coin greatly. And on the bills note, I did recently pay all the bills for EverGreenCoin.org. All that's been renewed for another year, including the SSL cert. Although I might upgrade the SSL cert to, what do they call it? I can't remember the word they use, the terminology they use, but basically the same SSL cert that banks use, so that we can get EverGreenCoin Foundation in the address bar. Oh, I can reach out to him. Right, right. Um, no, I'm sorry, but then it was brought back on. Maybe you missed this, Chicago, but it was brought back on. It was brought back on for that purpose. But I wanted him to bring it back on for a month, and I believe it wasn't back online for a month. But you specifically had coins, Chicago, if you don't mind me asking, on the tip bot? Okay, right. Okay. Yeah, I will reach out to that I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he works a lot with Crysis of Chainworks Industries. Um, I should be able to get those back for you. Get it back online at least again. I think I did get it on back online for. I did get it back online once. I had hoped that it was going to be online for a month, but I don't think it was back online for a month. I think it was back online for only a few days. But I'll follow up with you on that, Chicago. Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly what did happen several months ago when that transpired. Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I got oh, so you have the logs of who actually did the raids and stuff. Oh, cool. Huh. Maybe. Right, right. But be that as it may, hopefully I will reach out, and I'll do so today, to give us the best chance of trying to get any coins recovered. Hopefully he's got any wallets backed up. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, Chicago. And I'll make a public announcement if I can bring that back on again, online again. But I think he will help us if he can. If he can, I believe he will. So, right, right, yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you got 400 evergreen coins sitting there, so that's nothing to sneeze at by any means, right? But I'm sure if he's, I guess the only bad thing that might happen is if he does not have any of the wallet files left. But yeah, right. Yeah, before the recording started, myself and Joseph were talking about tip bots and whatnot. Yeah, it was great. It was great for you to be here, Chicago. Awesome. As everyone, really appreciate the participation, guys. Yeah, he was talking about Red Coin. And the let's see, the Facebook tip bot which, if you don't know, has been out of commission for got to be 2 years. And I do know the developers that worked on that. I do know the person that holds the code. Unfortunately, I believe the code was sold to Nova Coin, to the best of my knowledge, but I don't think they ever did anything with it. So I've always wanted to, or I've always, I guess, had the dream of, if I had a little bit of extra money, of getting that code and bringing tipping back to Facebook, because uh, it did get a lot of exposure, for as far as public acceptance or whatnot for people. Yeah, yeah, it was. I mean, I miss it, honestly. Uh, but it did give a lot of exposure to people on Facebook. You could tip on Facebook, but because of the server costs associated with it, uh, it had to be shut down. Okay, looks like people are winding down, so I guess I'm supposed to be too. Okay, guys. Thanks so much. I got a list of things here, and thanks, YouTube viewers. Please, yeah, thumbs up and all that stuff. And I'll see you guys next Saturday, if not sooner. I'm sure I'll be talking to everyone on the call here sooner. Uh, Other than that, I guess have a great weekend, guys. All right, guys. All right. Take care.